Hello. Hey. Hey. How is it going, Instagram? Beautiful world, beautiful people. Anyone that's going to watch this. Hello. It's Holistic Health with Harry again. Hello, my friend that's watching Be True Boot. Nice to see you, nice to see you. Nice to see you it is. Yeah, man, I'm excited. Okay, so, hey, Ukulele Vagabond, Gregory, you're there as well. Nice to see you too. Request an invite. So today we're going to have a really cool interview, man. This one I'm super stoked for. I love my interviewing people, but this one, whoa, man, this one's going to be good. This one's going to be real good. Really good. Gregory, you was on. Come back on and request an invite, please. But yeah, I'm good, my friend. I'm good. Feeling the vibes. Yeah, life is good. Got the age urine on my face, but I'm excited about this interview. Yo, because Gregory is a ukulele, a ukulele teacher. This is a ukulele. And I just got into the ukulele about 2 weeks ago. Not even 2 weeks ago. Oh, actually, just under 2 weeks ago. And I'm obsessed with it. So if we could have him on talking to us today, that would be amazing. Let me see if I can get him invited. I'm going to talk about the ukulele today, guys. The power of music to heal you. I'm just going to share my journey, my excitement. Gregory's going to come talk to us. Hopefully. Yes. Hey, Gregory, man.
How you doing?
Yeah, not too bad, bro. It's an honor to know you in such a short space of time. I just telling them 2 weeks ago, not even 2 weeks, 1 week and 6 days ago, I bought, so I'll tell a story quick to people. So my friend Ashley, who's a friend of Martin, who's a friend of yours, did a post and she shared your YouTube on ukulele. And I thought, that's a cool instrument. And I was really spontaneous. So I thought, I need to get into, I'm going to buy that. So I messaged another friend you might know, Ameni Renat. So I said to him, how do I buy it? So I went on Facebook Marketplace, and the next day, I bought it that day and picked it up from Surbiton, like very near me. And yeah, I got into it within under 2 weeks now, and I've got 3 now. I've got 3 days, I can't stop. But it's thanks to you, bro. So I've got to put a shout out to you, your videos that you've done, that I'm now obsessed with the ukulele. So thank you so much.
Great. That happens to everyone, by the way. Once you get into it, before you know it, you've got a problem. You'll end up bankrupting yourself by buying 2 ukuleles, my friend. Trust me, it's easily done.
It's true, isn't it? Like, okay, so Gregory, like, how did you? Because you're a teacher and a coach for ukulele. How did you start? With how long ago? I don't even know. How old are you with ukulele now, and how do you start?
So I've been playing the ukulele for 7 years now, 7 or 8 years, I think, something like that. And it started because when I was growing up, I was classically trained on double bass, and I really enjoyed it. And I still play the double bass, and I like it. Not as much as I used to, but I still really, really like it. But it didn't quite resonate with me in the same way as like the ukulele did. And basically, what happened? My grades and stuff, and then I kind of lost interest in music. And then I went to New Zealand when I must have been about 23, I think, at the time. And then right before I'd gone to New Zealand, I'd made a commitment to myself, because I think at the time I'd kind of, you know what you're like when you're 23. I was a little bit off the rails and stuff like that and everything, going to a lot of festivals, partying a lot and everything. And I kind of wanted something new in my life, but I didn't quite know what that was. So I'd got my double bass back a few months before I left for New Zealand. And I started playing it again, and I was like, yeah, I'm going to get back into music again. This is fun. And then I went to New Zealand anyway with a bit of knowledge reprogrammed in my mind and stuff like that. And then my friend Bluey is just like, have you ever tried playing the ukulele? And I'm like, yeah, no. What is that? Is that like a mini guitar or something? That's kind of what everyone says anyway. And he was like, no, have a go on it, and then showed me how to play a couple of chords. And like my first thought was like, oh my god, because I've been carrying around a double bass, like something that's fucking this big. Do you know what I mean? For
Yeah.
This literally makes so much sense. So yeah. Anyway, after playing Bluey's for a couple of days, I'm like, oh, I'm definitely going to buy one of these. So I went to the local shop, and I had like a backpack and everything. I was backpacking at the time, and the local shop, and bought my first one for like $60, which is about like 30 quid. And at the time, that went a lot further as well. It was a really, really good ukulele for 30 quid. Probably better than the ukulele you could get for 30 quid. Yeah, it was really good. I think now they're a little bit more expensive and stuff, but like at the time it was really, so at the time it was like an alright deal, but now that ukulele would be more expensive.
What makes it out of interest? Because I'm not even sure what's the best way to get that out of you. Like, what's the best makes do you recommend people buy? Do you know? Or is it different for everyone?
Carla is a very good brand. Carla's a very good. Uh, so I've got this one. This is a Carla brand ukulele. They generally sound really good. They generally sound really good live because they've got a very good preamp in them. So when they're plugged in, they sound really good, and they sound pretty good acoustic. It's not the best acoustic one that I've got, but it's the best live one that I've got. It sounds really, really top for a system and stuff. So Carla brand ukulele, definitely. Any of the standard ones like Brunswick or anything like that, they're all really good ones. They've all got good preamps and stuff. So that's what kind of makes them.
How about Kuna? You heard of Kuna? I heard of that one as well. Is that a good one?
Yeah, Kahuna's a good brand as well. All of the major brands, like, you get a good quality ukulele for that. I think the one that I got in New Zealand though, was literally just like I don't think it was even a branded one, to be honest with you. I think it was like a relatively like just kind of one which was like fashioned out there. But literally, I think I must have had the same experience as you, Harry, because like for the next 2 months after that, I was obsessed. I was literally like obsessed. I was hitchhiking everywhere. I was hitchhiking and I was practicing the ukulele on the side of the road between cars. I put my thumb out and then ukulele, and then put my thumb out ukulele, and more people were pulling over because of that. Obviously, because like there's nothing less threatening than a man with a ukulele.
That's so cool. So you were like just so obsessed. You were like, oh fuck this cars and the hitchhiking shit. I'm just gonna practice in between. Like, that's amazing.
Yeah, literally. And then because I knew my scales and I knew how to play chords like roughly from beforehand, I was able to learn that really quickly. And then I started doing like faster stuff. And then I ran into one of my mates when I was in the South Island. And he just gave me some tips, like, you know, you wanna try some more bluesy scales. And on top of that, he was like, when you solo and stuff like that and everything, you want to add in some licks and like hammer-ons and slides and that kind of thing and everything. And then taught me that. And then before you know it, I was progressing like really quickly. Just still spent so much time doing it and just absolutely loved it. And then pretty much just went from there. I released my first album a year or so after that, and then released my second album about 6 months ago or something like that. So it was literally
wow, I didn't know that, bro. I didn't know you had albums. Like, what are these, ukulele? And where can people find them? Just out of interest.
You can listen to them on Spotify, and you can listen to them on YouTube as well, or you can go to my website, ukulelevagabond.com, hit the music and video section, and you can watch them both. There's links to them both there anyway, so yeah.
That's so cool, bro. And if you're up for the end, I'd love you to play a little bit for us.
I'll play whenever you want me to.
It's up to you, though. It's up to you. You choose, man. It's up to you. Yeah, you choose what you're playing at the end. Yeah.
Okay, all right, yeah, I'll play towards the end anyway. I'll play in a bit. So yeah, how's your playing going anyway?
So I'm really enjoying it, bro. I obviously played guitar as a kid, but I'm obsessed with ukulele. I'm like you. I don't know what there is about this instrument. I just think, I don't know if it's ego or not, but I just love the size of it. I love the difference, because I found the guitar, I find it a bit boring, the guitar, like, in my mind. My mindset's completely, I think it's completely focused on the ukulele. The sound I love the ease of use compared to the guitar. I love the chords. I think you can master a lot of songs with it. I don't know, you tell me if I'm wrong. You can master a lot of songs with just a few basic chords, and then you got to practice the singing. I just love it, man. You can carry it around. It's not as heavy as a guitar. It's cheaper too, so you save a little bit of money. I don't know, man. It's got some kind of image to me that's like fantastic and fantasy, that's so much more than the guitar. And the guitar obviously is more complex, makes a beautiful sound too, but I'm really obsessed, bro. And correct me if I'm wrong here, I'm a beginner. I'm just learning the same song over and over again, the chords, so I can learn the singing to it, but I'm struggling to get them together, so I'm just repeating the same shit. I don't want to rush the process, because I know that I just rush to the next song, but I haven't mastered the first song properly. So I'm just doing covers. I'm doing Blue Valentine, I think I told you, Ukulele for Ryan Gosling. I love that film. I love that song. I haven't done the singing yet. I've just done the strum patterns, and it's really fun. And I certainly noticed that within the 2 weeks I'm doing it, every day I practice like at least half an hour, my muscle memory's kicking in. So my strumming is getting a lot easier. The down, down, up, down, up. So at first I thought it would be a challenge to do drum patterns. But what I'm learning is I know it automatically, my brain is syncing up with the pattern without me having to consciously think about it. So I find it amazing from that angle that your brain is so powerful. With practice, you can master the ukulele, right? And you get really good.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, I think I said this to you before. Anyway, first of all, quick shout out, Chris Russell. Yes, the Leaky Tap Blues is a banger. Never forget the Leaky Tap. And Alan Bikes. Just welcoming a couple of my friends. So I just noticed that they joined the live stream. Yes, cool. So, my advice is, I gave you some advice already on the video I sent you the other day, but just generally for for members of the audience, anyway, if there's anybody especially is interested in learning the ukulele, my advice in particular for people on lockdown, because it's difficult at the moment because people need to self-diagnose problems. We don't always have we don't have access to teachers unless we have like an online teacher. Anyone wants an online teacher, by the way? But anyway, we need to start doing is like self-diagnosing problems. So so for example, if you're having difficulty with like a chord pattern, I'm gonna have to stand up a little bit because I'm noticing that. Yeah, so if you're having difficulty with like a chord pattern, you need to work out how to notice where the problems are. So for example, if you're going that sort of thing, which is quite a common thing to do, then what you just need to do is just isolate that chord change and then just look for a few and then look away for a few. So it's worth really getting used to your hands just doing the chord change, and then you find that by doing that, the chord change becomes a lot quicker. And at the same time as doing that, what you want to do is practice the down, down, up, up, down, up, down, but just mute the strings and make sure you get them nice and rhythmic. So you're getting a down, down, up, up, down, up, down, down, up, up, down, up, down, down, up.
Right, so muting the strings and then muting and just doing the focusing on the strum pattern alone, no sound at the other end, the left hand.
Isolate all of the different bits of ukulele playing that you have difficulty with, practice them in isolation and then put them together. And it's the same with singing as well, to be honest with you. So like, I'd recommend make sure you go over all of the lyrics of the song that you want. Make sure you learn the lyrics as well as good as you can, like internalize the lyrics as good as possible. Practice. I was thinking about a bit of advice to give you the other day, actually, because I was looking at your profile, and you're quite a spiritually interested kind of guy, aren't you?
Yeah, physical health more than anything, even more than music. That's why I'm so happy to have you, because this year I'm going to be all about music, bro. I'm all over just the one ukulele, because I know that it's tempting when you get into the spiritual community, physical health community. Everyone wants to do everything. They want to try the hand drums, they want to try the bass, they want to try the guitar, the ukulele. And I know that if you do that, you're not going to master one of them. So I'm going to stick to one and do that only.
Well, what I was going to recommend was that, like, I know something that people who are kind of like more spiritually inclined do that is really helpful is, you know, the singing and the chanting, where you're kind of getting used to really isolating your breath so that it comes from the solar plexus and that sort of thing, and using like yogic breathing and that kind of stuff to do that. Like focusing on that's good. And if you have difficulty at the beginning singing and playing at the same time as the ukulele, then just start by kind of like humming and then singing notes as resonantly as you possibly can, if you see what I mean. So just literally, if you're having difficulty with singing, then just do like a and just get used to like holding notes for long periods of time. Get used to like filling up your air capacity down there, like in a big way, and practice the lyrics at the same time. So it's like you're isolating all of the different uniqueness of singing and playing, and then when you put them together, you'll find that you're able to sing more powerfully, you're able to sing the lyrics with more confidence, and you're able to change chords easier and strum better. So that's the general advice.
Can I ask? That's really interesting advice. Can I ask you another bit? I heard on another YouTube channel a lady say that one way she teaches other people to do, I don't know if you teach it and advise it, is if you make a mistake, what people do normally is they go back to the beginning. So they make the mistake, go back to the beginning. You don't go back to the beginning. You fix that mistake and carry on. And then she said another way she says even better is to do that mistake only and then go a little bit behind that mistake, a little bit after, and then work your way backwards from the mistake back to the beginning. I thought that's really complicated, but that makes sense. It resonates to me how to master it.
Yes, that's good, solid advice. Yeah, absolutely. That's why I say to people, if you have problems with chord, because at the beginning chord changes are always the things that trip people up, because you're going from one chord to the next to the next to the next and everything to the next, and then usually people don't have difficulty with chord changes. Like, so for example, A minor to F, it's like a piss easy change, isn't it? No one's struggling with that. But like C to G, people do have trouble with that. So what I always just say to people is just drill the C to G, just literally drill the C to G. Because by doing that, like, there's no point playing a whole song all the way through over and over again and just practicing the same mistake over and over again until you eventually get it and stuff like that. Just on the problem for a bit. Just really focus on the problem. And I always say to if you can, then like
Mm.
say for example, like, now's a good time obviously because everyone's on lockdown. So like so if you can come back to the ukulele several times a day for 3 minutes and just focus on the thing that you have a problem with. Do you know what I mean? Like aside from your normal practice and stuff like that, if you know you
Yeah.
have a difficulty of C, then just come up to it and just go C to G to C to G, look away, C to G. Do you know what I mean?
G.
Just pick it up every a few times a day, and then try that a handful of times, and you'll find that like the problems that you have with the musical flow and everything like that just kind of like start to evaporate as your fingers become more dexterous and used to changing between chords anyway. So.
I love it. Can I ask you as well, do you recommend to people that learning the chords? Because I've seen the majors, there's the minors, and there's a couple of basic ones. But do you recommend people do those as well as the covers, or just do the covers and don't bother with the chord changes, and the chords will come naturally after you do the covers because you'll learn all of them? What do you recommend?
If I were you, I would start just by learning covers and picking up the chords as you go along. Only because the reason I give this advice is at the beginning you want to go for easy wins because you want to give yourself that sense of satisfaction, if you see what I mean. And if you and I have said to people before, I've been like, yeah, now you're at the point where you can like learn all your chords and stuff like that, and they've been like, a week later, I've been like, how's it going? They're like, yeah, all right. But it is kind of like a little bit of a thankless task, just going from just C to E minor to C to E minor. Whereas if you know you're looking towards a song, then it's different. So my advice is at the beginning, just learn covers, learn songs that you like, and stuff like that. But just make sure you have a good technique for getting the chords down. And then when you start to improve a little bit with the instrument, you'll get to the point where you're like, actually, now I want to learn how to know all of the chords. And then you'll be like, now I want to learn how to do all of the bar chords.
I love that advice, and that resonates. I didn't think of that, but that resonates so powerfully. So can I go back a little bit and backtrack and ask you, so you picked up the ukulele. We talked a little bit between us. Like I said to you, it's healing me in under 2 weeks, and I can't really explain logically, although I'd like to think about why is it so powerful. I mean, all music, but particularly the ukulele, I don't know, something going on there, bro. You said it healed you. Do you want to explain how it's healed you and what you think's going on with the ukulele and the healing power of music in the ukulele?
Yeah, I mean, it's like it didn't just heal me; it just kind of like took over my life, really. Not in a bad way. Do you know what I mean? It just kind of became the focal point of my life, to be honest. I think at the time I was just, you know, like a lot of people are in their early 20s and stuff like that. I was going to work. I had a job. I was planning a travel, but kind of like I was starting to ask myself. I was like, do I want to spend the rest of my life going to work, saving up money, and going traveling, coming back, doing the festival season, getting absolutely wasted, and then like, and don't get me wrong, like all of those things, like, and everything, but like I was kind of like, I need a little bit more. I need something to like bolster it, if you see what I mean. So yeah, I basically when I found the ukulele and stuff, I was like, yeah, this is more me. It was like something that I resonated with like a little bit more, and I hadn't really played creatively before that as well. That was the thing. I'd played, actually no, I'd played in like jazz bands and that sort of thing with my double bass and stuff like that. But whenever I picked up the guitar, I strummed an instrument and that sort of thing and everything, I'd just play covers and everything. And it wasn't until I got the ukulele, mastered the ukulele while I was in New Zealand, learned a handful of covers, learned quite a lot of the chords and stuff like that, and then came back and then started writing music shortly after that. And when the lyrics started coming, then they just started flooding out, and then it just became literally the driving force of everything I did in my life. That's the only way I can describe it, I guess. It was like, it was just a very, like, I just knew I'd found the thing that I was the most interested in, really, like you know, that's it.
Yeah, the one.
That's best to describe it.
I love that, and I didn't even know before we talked that you've actually written 2 albums. That's amazing. I'm definitely going to get that at some point. And I was kind of wondering if you want to touch base with how you went about songwriting, because I think you know a little bit about songwriting, how other people can get into songwriting with the ukulele. You've got advice for people that want to write, to sing?
So, on that note, I'm actually about to release a Udemy video series on how to become a ukulele songwriter. And all you have to do is know between 4 to 6 chords relatively confidently. And I'm gonna I'll do a quick explanation of it now, but you've got to promote yourself, haven't you? So,
of course. Okay. Yeah.
So essentially, And that's the first paid video series I'm doing anyway, because I've been releasing free things on YouTube. I'm releasing a video series which is going to be like a shortcut to becoming a songwriter on the ukulele type thing and everything. So
Nice.
In that video, I essentially go down first of all how to you know, it assumes a basic level of ukulele understanding so that you know how to play a handful of chords. And then so you pick 4 chords. I show you how to put a melody to the chords. I show you how to put a melody with more syllables to the chords, and then show you how to like rhyme with 1 syllable, rhyme with 2 syllables, rhyme with 3 syllables, rhyme with more interesting rhyming patterns such as, you know, rhymes halfway through the sentence, rhyming with halfway through the next sentence, and that sort of thing to make it more interesting. And I set people homework so that they can get into the habit of writing and learning lyrics. That's the really important thing, like learning to write and learn lyrics. And then after that, the second half of the video series is going to be about how to structure songs and that sort of thing. So how to write an intro, what to include in the intro, how to write a verse, what to include in the verse, how to write a bridge, and what to include in the bridge, and then how to write a chorus, and then leaving space for solos, that sort of thing. What genres of music you want to use different things for, and everything. So it's so yeah, that's but just to sum up, I suppose. It's difficult because I want to just like talk for ages about that, but then I'm also just like I need to be concise about it. So my general bit of advice, I suppose, for people who want to write songs and stuff like that, is to focus on themes. And I've got a video actually that I've released recently, like a free one on YouTube, about how to like kind of like set a theme. So like think about the type of music you want to write, think about the type of things that genre of music usually gets across and everything, and think about a theme for yourself, think about a chorus which sums up that theme overall, and then kind of like start to write music around that. Really, I mean, that's a very, very generalized bit of advice for writing music, but ultimately if you once you get into the habit of like working out exactly what, you know, how you write music and what your flow is like and everything with writing music and stuff like that, then it's all second nature. But at the beginning, it's about like kind of programming in these good habits. So about how to write lyrics, how to learn the lyrics, how to develop themes, how to work out which lyrics are going to be like your choral lyrics, which ones kind of like sum up the song as a whole. It's that kind of stuff. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I do. That's fascinating. And your YouTube excuse, Gregory Cook, will remind people at the end. And where did you say your demo was again? Your demo's available.
You can. All you have to do is look up Ukulele Vagabond. It's available on Spotify and it's available on YouTube as well.
Right.
And if you want to buy it as well, my first album is available on Bandcamp as well. My second album, I shouldn't be so lazy because I keep forgetting to put it up on Bandcamp, and I need to put it up on Bandcamp. But yeah, if you want to pay for it anyway, then it's on Bandcamp. But obviously, no one pays for music nowadays, so you can also listen to it for free on YouTube and Spotify.
Oh, that's awesome, bro. Okay, so I was going to ask you, because I know you're an amazing ukulele and you're always practicing getting better, but I'm sure you have heroes and people you look up to in the ukulele community that I either know or probably don't know about, most likely. Who is your ukulele heroes when you first started, or now has it changed? Just out of interest.
I mean, it'd have to be, and I was gonna, because I noticed that you posted a couple of videos of a very talented young lady who's been coming up recently. I don't know, I can't remember what her name is. What's her name?
Taimane. Yeah, Taimane Gardner. Yeah, she's awesome.
I think the guy who's widely considered, and he's definitely my hero. The guy who's widely considered probably the best ukulele player in the world is a guy called Jake Shimabukuro. I think that's how you pronounce his name. You've heard
of that guy? Yeah.
Unbelievable. Like, so I'd recommend checking out his instrumental version of Bohemian Rhapsody. It'll absolutely blow you away. It's available on YouTube, and he's got a couple of really good albums as well. Like,
was he on TED Talks? I think I saw that. Yeah, that was got like 11 million views. It's like loads of people seen that. Like, it's sick. Yeah, people should watch that one.
Mind blowing how good he is. But yeah, so he's a very talented guy.
Yeah, that's awesome, man. Yeah.
I suppose I like the old guys as well. Like, I like George Formby, for example. Like, he's, you know, it's classic, isn't it? Really. So a bit of ukulele comedy music from England as well. So I mean, there's people doing it at the moment. There's a lot. Recently I've got a friend who I've met online recently called Purple Poise, and she does some very interesting like hip hop and does some good ukulele playing and everything. She's great. And yeah, I mean, there's a lot of people doing it at the moment, isn't there? It's like, yeah.
There is a lot. I'm discovering on YouTube. There's one couple called Overdrive Duo. It's a partner couple. They're married or in a relationship, and they're awesome. Like Jesus, they do the Dire Straits. Type in Overdrive Duo, Dire Straits if you get the chance. Their version is like whoa. So yeah, there's so many people. There's so much talent out there with ukulele. And do you know what blew my mind when I first started it? Even now, like people think. Well, this is part of the reason why I'm doing this interview. People think it's like a really silly instrument, a baby instrument, but you can actually get a lot out of it with all the talent. Like you can get a lot out of the ukulele that you just don't think from a small, tiny guitar, whatever people want to, think it is. Like it's amazing what kind of sounds you can get with it. It really is. I want to kind of undo that brainwashing that it's like a silly instrument. It's not. It's a beautiful, magical instrument, man.
So I've actually just started a Udemy course on how to play flamenco ukulele, and right. This is particularly it's kind of like, it's actually, historically speaking, it's particularly appropriate for the ukulele as well, because the ukulele originally came from Portugal and it was played like a Spanish guitar, or it's not, apparently it wasn't actually a ukulele, it was like a derivative of the Spanish guitar, which was like a small version of the Spanish guitar, because people who were traveling to the Americas didn't have room in their luggage, so they didn't bring Spanish guitars, they fashioned smaller instruments and everything, and then that got taken to the Americas. And then people started playing, well, I think at some point along the way anyway, the ukulele became a prolific instrument in the Americas, and then King Carla, so Carla Brand from Hawaii, apparently, I need to research this stuff because I realised I haven't fact checked it. It's just I read it online the other day and I need to confirm that it's 100% true. But then that it got made like the national instrument of Hawaii. But that's why traditionally the ukulele is played like a Spanish guitar style. So you're the young lady who you like, I can't remember what her name is. No, she's got very, very Spanish guitar style playing, hasn't she? She uses like the
flamenco. She loves the flamencos. Yeah, big time. She loves it. Yeah, that's true. And I always thought it was Hawaii. I always thought it was Hawaii. That's the mistake I think we're making. So you're saying it's not originating from Hawaii. It's got the stereotype of it for whatever reason.
So when people were coming from Portugal to the Americas, including Hawaii, they fashioned little instruments that eventually became so it came from around the Hawaii area, but it came from immigrants from Portugal. If you see what I mean? Yeah. Wow.
So quickly, Greg, I love the synchronicity because I was living in Portugal last year for 5 months, and I might go back there to live again. And I'm not allowed to now because of the lockdown and the COVID and stuff. But yeah, that's weird synchronicity. Portugal's come up again.
Go back to the spiritual home of the ukulele then, when it's all over.
Yeah, man. Exactly. Yeah, man. Yeah. Okay, so do you want to give us one or two songs? I want to give you the opportunity to have to play us some songs that you want to, anything you want to promote, your own stuff or any covers. I just want to hear your sounds, man. Everyone wants to hear your vibes.
Yeah, I'd love to. So this one is, let's see if I can get a better view. So this one is called Uka Reggae. So that's ukulele reggae, and it's the debut track from my most recent album.
Conscious rhythms taking me to a place I wanna go. Why, the words I speak are all I need to make the music flow. Ukulele reggae is the sound that does no wrong. High frequency upbeat will make you dance and sing along. It's ukulele reggae is the place for you to be. Musicians jam collective in a state of symmetry, forgetting about your sickness and forgetting about your pain. Cause when the music's playing, peace of mind will be regained. It's ukulele reggae, shining a light across stormy sea. Oh, 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 oh. The evening evening is done and the night has begun and I'm sitting here all on my own. A pad in my lap and a pen in my hand and a gun and I'm calling me home. Simplicity is the way I believe I'll be happy, I'm making it known. Aspire to life with some friends or a wife, 'cause it's better than being alone. The wealth of some seek, for the riches they speak are elusive, or so I am told. Work 9 to 5 at the end of your life, be rewarded with pleasure and gold. The freedom I seek for the life that I lead will be granted to me when I'm old. A life of pursuit will bear little fruits to reflect on the life you have sold. I want more from the days I breathe. The things I need are inexpensive. More from the work I give. I'm tired and I find that offensive. Music is the remedy to all of my pain. And when I sing and play, it comes to soothe my weary brain. It takes me to a higher place beyond this earthly plane. My spirit's lifted up with tranquility again. Oh, conscious rhythms taking me to a place I wanna go now. Whoa, the words I speak are all I need to make the music flow. This ukulele is the sound that does no wrong. High frequency of people make you dance and sing along. Ukulele is the place for you to be. Musicians jam collective in a state of symmetry. Forgetting about your sickness and forgetting about your pain. 'Cause when the music's playing, peace of mind will be regained. It's ukulele shining the light across stormy seas. Oh, 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 oh. The politics man speaking. The politic man speaking up for his time makes an enemy from overseas. They're waging a war for the profits they score in the guise of our security. They scream and they hustle while flexing their military muscle, securing their feet. Desire to impress on some corporate interest and potential of profits they see. The sound of a gun makes the billions run where they did, but the village they build. Consumed by a fear that just won't disappear while the crops that they tended to will. The soldier can't sleep with the memories they keep on recalling the blood they have spilled. The horrors they've seen for their country and queen leave them lost in discomfort and guilt. I want more from the world I see. We won't be free without repentance. You want war, that isn't fine with me. Our country is run with greed and vengeance. For music is the remedy to all of my pain. But when I sing and play, it comes to soothe my weary brain. It takes me to a higher place beyond this earthly plane. My spirit's lifted up with tranquility again. Why oh, 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 oh. Why oh, 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 oh. Why oh, 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 oh. It's ukulele is the sound that does no wrong. It's ukulele to make you dance and sing along. It's ukulele is the place for you to be. It's ukulele in a state of symmetry. It's ukulele. It's ukulele. It's ukulele. Whoa, 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 whoa. It's ukulele.
Hey, that was cool, man. I love the vibes there. Yeah, that was wicked, man. Thank you so much for doing that. That was awesome. Is that on your albums? That was just a creation. That's amazing. Like, that's not a cover, I don't think.
No, that's a song from my most recent album, the first one. Yeah. So
Wow. Thanks, Gregory. That was amazing, man. Like, and how often do you practice a day, man? How much do you recommend people practice? Like, I mean, I've heard 5 minutes a day, is good, better than nothing, and I kind of agree. I've also heard that, like, if you do it once a week, loads, it's not very good. You always got to be consistent with your ukulele practicing if you want to get better. And I resonate with that. I don't know why. I think it's something to do with how the brain works, right?
I would say 5 minutes a day is the minimum. So I would say that, like, and I would say my advice to people really is to build at least 5 minutes a day into your day. And what you'll probably find is, particularly as you start to progress, is that you'll want to spend a lot more than 5 minutes a day on it anyway. But at first, because it's about habit building, try and get yourself into the habit of doing at least 5 minutes. And I would recommend, it really depends on people's lifestyle. So, like, for example, I've said to people before who do like 9-to-5 jobs and stuff like that and everything, and it's like, I understand it's difficult to fit in and everything, but really, if you're the kind of person who wants to learn the ukulele but finds it difficult to fit it into your lifestyle, and have a bit of a ritual around it. So, for example, it could just be something like, you know, when you get back from work, you put on the kettle, you make yourself a nice cup of tea and stuff like that, and you just sit down for, you know, 5, 10, 15 minutes or something like that and play the ukulele and stuff like that before you get on with dinner, before you get on with your, if you have more free time and that sort of thing, then I would recommend at the beginning maybe 3-5 minutes intervals a day, and just go over the stuff that you have difficulty with, whatever resonates with you, but the important thing is to keep it up on a daily basis. And I would say a minimum of 5 minutes. I'd say, like, I probably practice for anywhere between half an hour to 3 or 4 hours. But I'm like a ukulele obsessive, so it's different, isn't it, really? And also, a lot of my practice. Sorry to interrupt. My practice isn't me sitting down and consciously practicing. It's me kind of like doing videos, that sort of thing, and having to go over, while I'm filming, having to go over like a thing a number of times until I get it right, if you see what I mean. So it's not like conscious sit down beginner practice like you would do as a beginner. It's more kind of like I can spend a lot of time playing the ukulele because I'm playing the ukulele to do the tutorial, that sort of thing. So yeah, I mean, you know, it's up to you. It's based on how much time you can get, but daily practice is good.
Yeah, and I'm thinking that whilst you're talking there, the best way to teach people is to learn the ukulele is to teach people, which you're doing, and making the videos like you said. So that's amazing. By the way, as well, whilst you were talking, I was thinking, God, it sounds like a chore in a way when we're talking about, you know, 5 minutes after work, but actually it's pretty soothing. I can't imagine anything greater, mate, than having a 25 job yet. You come stressed, you get out home and do 5 minutes on the ukulele. That would be totally stressing. Like, give me that sound.
The problem, I completely agree. And the problem is that once you, like, the reason I always used to say to people, like, just get into the habit of doing it, like, when you get back from work or something like that, is that, like, if you have, like, a 9-to-5 job, then, you know, as the evening goes on and stuff like that, especially if you've got a partner or something like that, then, you know, you're cooking food and stuff like that, you're chatting to your partner and stuff like that, you're watching TV, you're doing whatever, you get distracted and stuff like that. That's why it's quite a good idea to just kind of, like, have a kind of, like, build a conscious habit, make it into a conscious ritual type thing and everything, and do it in a way that, like, you know, make it non-negotiable in your mind. If you find it therapeutic, obviously. If you don't find it therapeutic, then don't bother playing it, because, like, that's ultimately what it's for and everything like that. But, like, you know that you'll benefit if you like playing the ukulele. You know you will benefit getting home, putting on a cup of tea, and, you know, doing it as soon as you get back from work. It helps you unwind and everything. I used to literally, when I've had, like, really, really stressful jobs in the past, I used to get back and start playing the ukulele, and within like 10 or 15 minutes, it was like a weight lifted from my shoulders and everything.
Yeah, it's so chill. By the way, I want to share with you quickly my little theory on why it's so powerful. I mean, there's loads of things. Music is powerful. It's the sound. You're creating your flow, huge presence. But also, do you know about reflexology, Gregory? The hands are like, and the hands and feet have the entire body in the palms of the hand, they say. You aware of this? Right? Well, then the fingers, they say, is connected to the brain, and we all know that we got brain trauma from damage, from being part of the matrix, the way the system's set up, you know, with the fear and the TV and all that's going on. So when you're plucking with the left hand, you're using the fingertips, which connects to the brain. Your right hand strumming with the fingertips. You're really healing your brain, and I think that's amplifying more so than like a woodwind instrument, which is just blowing. It's not using the fingers. So I think there's a huge aspect to using the fingers constantly, strumming and plucking on the left. That's really healing. So I found it really powerful. I'm shocked, if I'm being honest, mate. Look, I did it first of all from like, I want to be really good at it, if I'm being honest. Like, there's an ego part of it. I'm just a human. I want to be really good to give value to people. But then as I've gone along this 2-week journey, I'm only 2 weeks in, it's ridiculous. I found it's really healing for my brain. And I've come up with loads of theories, presence, but it must be, there's something going on with it. It's really, really healing. It's changed my consciousness. It really has.
Very, very soothing, yeah, absolutely. And I think there's a lot of things about the ukulele in specifically as well. I think the tone of it is very soothing. Like it's a kind of like a kind of light, soft, high pitched tone. But also, just generally speaking, learning musical instruments is definitely, it builds those neurological pathways. It's a good thing to do. So I always say to people, obviously I'm like a massive ukulele advocate, but like whatever you find your artistic passion is and everything like that, just go for it, because like it is healing, and it's building as well. It builds your confidence, it builds your sense of well-being. That's the thing. Like learning a musical instrument or pursuing one of your artistic endeavors has like a dual function. So on the one hand, it gives you a sense of like self-satisfaction, self-confidence, and helps you like grow as a person and stuff like that. And I've just thought of a third thing as well. But the second thing is that is that it's what's the word for it? Is that it's soothing, it's relaxing, and everything like that. And the third thing as well is once you know that you can learn things when you put your mind to it, I find you then become a lot more capable of just thinking, oh, I want to learn that thing now, and then just learning it and everything like that. So, for example, I started playing the ukulele, and then, I started playing the double bass because I knew how to play the double bass. I was able to play the ukulele really easily. I was able to play the piano relatively easy, although that one was more difficult. And then able to play like other musical instruments, drums and everything like that. They all came fairly like naturally to me and everything like that. And then the more difficult was learning how to do like online stuff, so learning how to do music production and stuff like that. But in my mind, I just literally thought to myself, I was like, I've mastered these instruments by myself. If I just keep hitting the YouTube channels and then taking advice from people and everything like that, I will be able to do that and everything like that. And then I was able to produce my second album completely myself. And then and then recently I've been getting into video editing, and at no point did I stop for a second and just be like, oh, I can't do that. And it was because I became so in love with the ukulele as well. Because I became so in love with the ukulele, and because I knew that I could pick up the ukulele relatively quickly, when I put my mind to it, I was like, well, if I can do that relatively quickly, then I have the capacity to learn other skills associated with the ukulele relatively quickly as well. So I would say that, it's almost like a snowball effect and everything. It does wonders for your confidence.
Yeah, right. It teaches you mastery. Like if you commit to something, get good at it, and you master that, what can't you do in life? I love that, by the way. Also, I was thinking too, like if you've got nothing in life and say you just end up homeless, you can always play the ukulele really good. So that's a pretty good bonus, right? You've got nothing. You have no money. You're screwed and the world's collapsing. Don't worry. You've just got the ukulele and you're good to go. How cool is that?
Then you've gone from being a homeless man to being a busker.
Yeah, exactly.
Now you've got a way of making a living.
Yeah, it's true. Whilst bringing yourself joy. So quickly, I want to talk to you a little bit about the business side of it. So what is your plans for the future with the business? So I know you're growing. You're growing your base with teaching. You're the Ukulele Vagabond on YouTube. So what's the plans? Like editing, you said as well, polishing up, I guess, and.
Yeah, so I've been over my website again today. So I got my website built 3 months ago. I kind of dual built it with a woman who was help. Sorry, I paid her to build it and stuff like that, and then I've been kind of like working out how to build work on websites anyway. I can't build them, but she's got like very, very good skills in that area. And so the website needs to look good, the social media all needs to look good, it all needs to link in and stuff like that. I've started paying for a little bit of online advertising so that I can start to bolster the popularity of my videos. I'm going to try and get free ukulele tutorials coming out every single week, but I missed it this week because I was just a bit too stressed with other stuff and everything. So try and do that at the same time as releasing like videos of me playing as well, because that's also another way to bolster popularity and everything. So we've got the social media, I've got the website. It's all nearly done, but it's kind of like a constant work in progress and everything like that. I need to get a little bit better at online advertising, but the branding's starting to look a bit better. It's starting to look a bit professional, so I'm quite happy about that. So essentially, my ways of making a living are going to be one-to-one ukulele tutorials. So if anybody wants one-to-one ukulele tutorials online, I'm doing them online at the moment. I'm also going to be running a video series with Udemy. So Udemy I've been accepted recently to do a paid course where you essentially download my video series. I'm doing one on ukulele songwriting. I'm going to try and keep a video series coming out on that as well. So the first one's going to be on songwriting. The second one, I was tempted to do maybe like ukulele reggae songwriting as well. So teaching people how to play ukulele reggae at the same time as like how to write lyrics and how to like sing in kind of like a reggae style and that sort of thing and everything, and how to write in a reggae style and everything. That was probably what I'm going to do next, but that's in the future anyway. And then also one day I hope to work with schools as well. I'd love to work with schools. I'd like to do some work with primary schools. It'd be wicked. But yeah, just general like.
You're getting them early. I think that's a really good admirational goal too. To get them youngsters like it's hip and cool, because I know it's got this image. It's not cool at all, and it is fucking cool, man. No instrument's cooler in my mind and yours than the ukulele, man.
This is it. Like and I just want to like really because you can become a peripatetic music teacher and like half decent money for doing stuff at schools, but I want to be a rounded teacher. I want to do like one-to-one private tuition. I want to work at schools, and I want to continue doing the video stuff as well, because I love video editing. I love making ukulele tutorials, but just for people for free. But also I love doing the Udemy stuff and everything. So it really is going to just be a case of like just trying to spend the rest of my life, if it works out and everything like that, and like fingers crossed, I really hope it does. I've been working really hard on it, like spend the rest of my life just teaching people the ukulele, releasing new ukulele music and everything, just kind of, that's it really. Spend the rest of my life with the ukulele in my hand.
Yeah, I'm sure you'll get there, because you've got the dreams, you've got the passion, you've got the time, you've got the you seem to have the left brain and the right brain, because you need the left brain too. You just said all the things that like, yep, he's got it. Like, and even I don't even know perfectly the left brain stuff, but I'm trying to get better myself. But yeah, you'll do well, bro, and you really will. So you got my support and the people. Thanks for opening me up to this life transformation journey of music that I'm now delving into. So I really appreciate you for doing that, man.
And honestly, like your enthusiasm is shining through as well. Like when I've just been noticing that your posts have been very really enthusiastic about the ukulele, and I'm really glad to have helped you go in that direction. And if you just stick at it, if you be work on everything, take your time with things, but at the same time push yourself a little bit and that sort of thing, then you will absolutely love it. You will never look back.
I'll tell you a secret. One way I do it is I just make it off to social media, so everyone knows me now that I play the ukulele. So basically, if I don't get good, they'll be like, "What happened to you, Harry?" It's time. So it's another little mind thing. The fuck I do. So, oh, Harry plays the ukulele now. He's talking about it all the time. He must be obsessed, and like I am obsessed. So I'll just share it and I'll get good at it, because I've got pressure, not just from myself and just fun, but pressure from other people. Like now I'm posting a lot about it, so I love it. Yeah.
I remember when I did my first ever paid gig. I'd only ever done open mic nights before, and then I managed to wangle a paid gig. And of course, for an open mic night, you need 3 to 4 or 5 songs, and for a paid gig, you need to 45 minutes plus to be able to talk in between and stuff like that. And I was like, well, I've said I'm going to do it now. I've got to fucking do it, haven't I? Do you know what I mean? It's just like, it's
That's
good
amazing, bro.
To set a goal that kind of like the you then have to work to and everything like that. So yeah, no, it's a good shout anyway. So keep at it every day, keep drills, and you man.
I appreciate it. Yeah, man. Okay, so before we go and you at the final end, I just want to read where people find you. You look at Vagabond on Instagram, aren't you? On YouTube too.
Ukulele Vagabond on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook. You can listen to my music on Spotify as well. You can download my first album on Bandcamp, and you can check out ukulelevagabond.com for free ukulele tutorials, and you can see all of my videos there as well.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Gregory, for this opportunity. Let's do that. Let's recheck with you and do another interview in a couple of months here, because I want to see my progression. Maybe I'll jam with you in the future. But for the meantime, take it away, bro. Play whatever you want to jam us out.
All right, then. I'll tell you what, because I was thinking about the other song that I was going to play and stuff like that, and I noticed you did that funny video with you miming to the ukulele. So So this song is a song that I wrote about. So when I got back from New Zealand, I wrote my first song because I was living beneath a woman who didn't like me playing the ukulele, and I don't think I was quite as good a singer as I was at M and now and stuff like that and everything. I'll hold my hands up and admit that and everything. So she basically started putting in noise complaints. So I wrote a song about it. But then obviously this escalated the situation because, as you can probably imagine, like she was already getting bothered by me hearing her, and now she had to deal with me of hearing me writing a song about her.
Also,
this is the Lady Upstairs song. Is the first song that I ever wrote.
cool.
Well, I'm a ukulele vagabond. Gregory Cook's the name. I strum my ukulele with no ukulele shame. And when I finish, I pick it up again. My soul is from Hawaii and George Formby's on my brain. Quieten down, you little shite, we only live upstairs. The sound of ukulele hurts our bloody boring ears. I've never heard something dead on my ears. Your blasted ukulele brings us ukulele tears. I'm a ukulele rebel, ukulele anarchist. I strum my ukulele till I'm ukulele pissed. I dream of better times when we're free to just exist. Our liberty's gone, society's wrong, it's messed up, I insist. Knock, 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 stop playing that thing, you noisy little runt. You're no Hawaiian, you're ukulele. Your lack of musical ability, we always bear the brunt. So stop that awful strumming and you're singing, yes you can. Well, I'm a ukulele savage, I'm a ukulele beast. I drink the blood of neighbors at my ukulele feast. And after 10 p.m, when my ukulele cease, I'll sling my strap back on and play till 10:15 at least. No, 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 can't get your stupid music out my head. You're no Hawaiian singer, you're a ukulele pleb. Stop that awful strumming, be careful how you I dream of peaceful days where the ukulele's dead. Is still in the conversation, and we both got evicted from the flat for this.
All right, you're both gonna. That's funny.
It's so literally, the guy who lived in, we both got evicted for this song. Griffin is now in the chat.
That's a legend. Legends.
Well,
oh man, that's so good.
Lady Rasta man, I love to burn one down. I play the uke so loud that I'll be heard in Christmas. Kingston town. I haven't played this song in ages. I never earned no money, not a penny, not a pound. I just strum my ukulele to that reggae music sound. Quieten down, you little swine, you're getting on my nerves. We're trying to hear some real music by watching X Factor. No! Listen to me, lay upstairs, bigger chance. Well, folks like you just watch TV, folks like me sing and dance. Negative vibes flow down and break my ukulele drum. So stop your fiercely militant anti-ukulele stance.
That's so cool, Gregory. Thank you so much for everything you do, man. It's been awesome today. I really enjoyed having you on. Let's do this again, man. Let's do it at least in the, what I'd say next couple of months, man. Let's do regular ukuleles. I really want to get the sound out on this amazing instrument and see how you're doing. So thank you so much, man. Appreciate it.
Great meeting you, Harry, and keep it up, man. Keep it up.
Cheers, guys. Thank you, everyone, for watching. Thanks, Gregory. Bye, everyone. Ciao, ciao. Have a good day, everyone. Bye.